Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the ultimate wooden starter house. This house features an extensive enchanting, crafting, and smelting and storage area on the lower floor of your house, and a bedroom and armoury on the second floor of your house. Here are all of the materials that you will need to make your house. Please make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of that stuff, we can begin. We're going to begin by placing two oak fence on top of each other. 1, 2. Place an oak plank on top of the fence. Then place two spruce stairs going right. 1, 2. Place an oak plank on the end, and then 5 oak slabs extending right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place an oak plank on the end, and then extend the plank backwards by 7 slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place an oak plank on the end, and then extend the plank all the way over to the right using your slabs until eventually you will be able to line up with the front of your build, to which you then want to place an oak plank and then connect it forward using slabs. We're now going to use oak fence, and we're going to connect down all of the planks to the ground using the oak fence. We're only going to need to place 2 fence per plank, and it shouldn't really take too long. So once it's finished, it should look like this. We're going to make the stairs. The stairs that we want to place are going to extend from the 2 spruce stairs that we have already placed. We want to place upside down spruce stairs underneath the pre-existing stairs, spruce stairs in front, join them down to the ground, and just make sure that you have upside down spruce stairs, and these can be kind of tricky to place considering the fact that we've got fence in the way, but as long as they have a nice flourish of upside down stairs behind them, everything looks great. We're now going to fill our platform in using oak wood planks. The reason that we used oak slabs is so that half of the spruce planks are shown hanging under the slab, so it's quite a nice effect once you have accomplished it. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come all the way over to the back right hand corner of your platform, which is of course here. We then want to place 3 oak planks on top of the corner. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to extend right across the back by, again, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have to go on top again by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a choice of 2 directions. We have to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And connect down to the corner. But we also have to extend forwards as well. And we're going to extend forwards by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. We then want to extend to the left by 3, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and by the way, the block that we extended forwards by 5 can also be connected down to the ground as well, so just like this. And the block that we extended to the left can also be extended down and joined down to the ground as well. This actually helps us in making the framework quite a bit. So the next thing that we then want to do is we want to take that third block that we have connected down and across in all sorts of ways. We want to extend it backwards by 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Actually, 3 may be too much, so we'll just do the 2. We then want to extend that second block across by 1, 2, 3, and we want to join it backwards like this. And not only do we want to join it backwards, but we can also join it down to the ground as well, and we'll end up with quite a frame once we've finished. There we go. That is looking pretty good. The next thing that we are going to do is we want to take the block that just hit the ground and we want to extend it forwards by 2. 1, 2. And we then want to extend it upwards by the same. 1, 2. And we want to connect it right. and we want to follow through, and it wants to extend like this. So basically just making room for a doorway and windows. And as a matter of fact, whilst we are speaking about windows, we can add upside down oak wood stairs inside of the empty space that we have just created on the right hand side and the space above it. And if we then place some glass pane, we have made ourselves a couple of nice sets of windows. The area up above here, we want to first of all fill in this little crevice here using oak planks. Place spruce fence on the 2 blocks just above these 2 overhanging oak plank blocks, but left of this we want to place oak planks, so we want to have this sort of effect. The entire left side of the build can actually be filled in. If you want, you can add windows and such to this side later, but I'm not going to. I quite like it plain. On the back part of the house, we are going to have some windows. There's actually 3 of them in total. On the left side here, we can join this oak plank row down to the ground, and we can create the same sort of a window effect that we did on the front by placing 2 upside down stairs with glass pane above. And we can do a similar thing on the right, but if you leave a gap of 2 here, and then place a vertical row of oak planks, and then if you divide the area back up here in a similar manner as to what we have on the front, and if you then place upside down oak wood stairs here in the bases of the 2 window slots, and then glass pane on top, then you have quite a nice little set of windows. And once you've done that, if you do want to, you can add more detail to the back of the house, but I'm quite happy with what we have, to be quite honest with you. I think that that looks pretty good. We can add some trapdoors to those a little bit later. So we're currently left with this. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to extend the corner here, the sort of middle right corner of the back part of the build. We're going to extend it forwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to extend like down and forwards again, and then we're going to fill the middle of this in. We want to fill the... We don't really want to fill the entire side of this building in right here, but we're going to. We'll begin by filling in this entire side of the build. We'll connect the front to the back like such, but we are going to be digging through a little bit. So this area here has now become a staircase. We want to use 3 rows of spruce stairs extending from the ground upwards and backwards, and we just want to create a staircase, and we can fill the top of the staircase in using spruce planks, and the 2 spruce planks also want to be dug out into this wall, and we want to remove these oak planks, and the 2x2 square of spruce planks that we only had previously, we want to extend them across like this, like so, and we want to create a second floor. So you can see how it extends from like the outside to the inside. Whilst we are outside, I'm going to place spruce fence along the outside of the platform, primarily on the lower half of the platform, and also the second half of the platform as we approach the top of the staircase. Inside here, I'm going to create a little bit of separation from the inside and the outside by placing a couple of rows of oak planks to make an interior wall. So now that we have created the interior wall, we have spaces for some doors, we have a little bit of room for a bit of detail, but the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to make the roof. So the roof's rather easy. It's made out of spruce wood slabs. The spruce wood slabs start on the right side of the build here. They hang off of the end of the top. They extend forwards and also backwards off the roof by 1 row. And then we extend the slabs like left, up, left, up, left, up, left, up, kind of like this. So basically the roof kind of just like it doesn't overhang on this side. It kind of like it's just kind of like almost a half roof. We want to place some oak planks to kind of like meet it that extend from along the top to the side here, and we want to have the same effect on the back. So on the back we want to have the same thing. We want to use the slabs in the same way that we did on the front. The cool thing about this roof is that every other row of the roof is actually spruce planks, so you can use those to expedite the process ever so slightly. So that is that half of the roof. The other half of the roof is literally the exact same, however staggered. So it starts in the same way that the other side of the roof did. It extends across the side, and it extends one row forwards, and then we just extend it right and up and right and up, right and up, and eventually it will hit the other side, the roof here. And believe it or not, that's actually a fully completed roof. If we were to extend this portion of it forwards, it works out to be like a full roof, as you would imagine it. And it connects that way on the back, but because of how we've built it, and we're just going to use a oak plank here and here, but because of how we've built it, it looks a little bit cool because we've included depth, which is just a nice way to have the roof. So that's looking pretty good. The next thing that we are going to do, and we don't have much left to do whatsoever, just a little bit of decoration: oak trapdoors, spruce doors, lanterns, and oak leaves. We're going to place 2 sets of doors, one here, actually 3 sets of doors. We'll have a set of doors here, this is the main entrance, a set of doors here, this is the balcony, and we'll also have a set of doors here, which is of course the second floor. I like the idea of having lanterns in a few choice places, so like next to this entrance. I like one on this corner here. I like one next to this entrance, and I also like one on the balcony too, so it kind of highlights a lot of the points of interest of the build. I like to use leaves here, and I'm just going to use leaves underneath this lower window. This detracts from the fact that this window is the same as that window. It adds a little bit of colour and flavour. Adding colour and flavour to the windows is also easy because we can just add some oak trap doors, and that provides enough of a design contrast and enough of a colour contrast that it just makes the windows look a tad bit nicer. And we can do the same thing on the back as well, and you'll find that once you've done all of that, we will have actually fully completed this build, ladies and gentlemen. There's actually nothing that we haven't done, barring the inside, that we have to do. So why don't I decorate the inside for you a little bit, and you can see for yourself whether or not you want to decorate it the same way, and it will give you an idea at how much space this house has. So this is what your wooden starter house will look like once it has been 100% fully completed, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the entire outside is done. We have all of our stairs, we have our lanterns, we have the decoration, we have the roof, we have everything we need on the outside. And for the inside, you may choose to add an extensive crafting / storage area to the lower part of your house. It's a little bit cramped in here, but I like to think of it as a little bit cozy. As you can see, we destroyed in underneath the stairs as to make room for a smelting area, and if we make our way all the way up to the second floor, where it is a little bit less cramped, I will say that it's certainly a little bit less cramped upstairs, we have a bedroom with an ender chest and a set of armor. Now, I know that that doesn't necessarily fit into the starter house vibe, having a whole set of diamond armor and having an ender chest, but you guys get the idea. It really certainly makes for a great starting house. It's got a little bit more room than you might imagine. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing and clicking the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all of my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you do want to make anything else by me, I have an awesome survival builds playlist for you, which you can check out in the card system and description below in the top of the comment section if you like. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.